and welcome to Talk Down the Local, the show that goes from pub to pub across the country, speaking to the punters about the subjects driving us all nuts at the moment. Tonight, we're at the Florist Arms in Bethnal Green! I'm Phil Dave, here's what's coming up. And all it seems to do is it seems to encourage people to act like they were made in Chelsea. Well, the only way is Essex, babe. And I looked at him and I said, no one's beyond headphones, you know. And I walked off.
Good man.
Look at Martin having a sup here. He's not interested in dry January, are you, Martin?
Or February.
Just to ruin the F out of their little moment, okay? And I'll join in.
So I'm trying that out where you like get posted vegetables. I had a fish box for a while that would turn up on my doorstep.
Do you know how you can tell if someone's a vegetarian? They'll tell you.
Well, as is tradition on Down the Local, the first thing we're going to do this evening is meet our splendid panel. I'm absolutely delighted to say that we've got broadcaster Alex Dyke, we have journalist Anna McGovern, and security expert Will Geddes. Welcome to one and all. It's very exciting.
Thank you, Bill.
To have you. The first thing we have to establish is what we're all drinking this evening. So, Anna, I suppose you've gone for a cheeky Guinness there. A Snap, same as me. Will, what are you going for?
I don't know, random lager, as long as it's alcohol, I don't really care, Bill.
Excellent. Drink responsibly. And Alex, you're the sensible one. You've gone for tonic water. So
Yeah, did you have to say? Couldn't we have said it was a gin and tonic or vodka? The sake of television.
It's vodka and tonic. Excellent. Right. Well, first subject this evening. I've been itching to talk about this all day. And I mean itching like eczema. Basically, political correctness. This is something I think gets all of our goats, drives us all bonkers. But I want to know, what has political correctness actually done for us? As in, like, have we seen any benefits whatsoever? Because I've only ever seen division caused by political correctness, personally.
I think it's ruined society. I think it's ruined society on, all joking aside, I think it's ruined society on a number of different fundamentals of free speech. And I think one of those key issues that we've seen, certainly over the last couple of years, is individuals who've expressed their opinion on certain situations that have been prosecuted through the legislation, through the judicial system, for actually speaking their mind. And I know Anna's one of our lovely Gen Zs, and Alex and myself, we are very much, no, we're not. No, we're very Gen X.
Apparently, I'm a millennial.
Are you millennial?
We
We're
just on the cusp.
Yeah.
On the cusp, the beginning of the millennials.
But I hope it doesn't mean I behave like a millennial.
We blame you. We blame the millennials, because the millennials,
The boomers.
yeah, we are the boom. We are. We exactly. So I think we're in a position, and I will let the others get a word in edgeways. But I think fundamentally,
What time they closes?
I think the biggest problem, just to end on my thing, is people. I grew up in a generation, as Alex did, where sticks and stones may break your bones.
Thank you.
But words will not hurt.
Amen to that. Anna.
Well, what we're seeing is the banter ban that's coming into the pubs. It's going to completely destroy the culture. When you're going into the pub, you're having a pint like I've got a Guinness right here. And I think it's going to completely destroy.
Other stouts are available, but they're nowhere near as nice.
I think it's going to destroy conversation. And the fact is, well, the banter is potentially going to be criminalized.
But, I actually think it goes worse than that. I think it's people are afraid to say certain things now that otherwise years ago they would have just said. And it wouldn't have necessarily been something offensive. It's silly things. Like, for example, people don't want to call blackboards anymore because they're worried it's going to cause offense. They have to call them chalkboards now. And there's also this other nonsense I heard. I've got young nephews. And when they're taught nursery rhymes now, you can't say bar black sheep anymore. They say bar rainbow sheep or something. I genuinely, that's no word of a lie. I promise this is what they're taught. What has gone wrong, Alex?
I don't know, but I do know it is political correctness that's gone wrong. You know that thing that everybody's got on their phone now, Chat GPT, right? I, as a joke at home, call it Chat LGBT because I can never remember what it is. So I've started
You've
saying,
brilliantly proven.
yeah, and I've said it so many times now, it's gone in. So my kids laugh at home when I say it. They say, Dad, when you go out, don't say it, particularly on television. So what it's done is that's an innocent little family joke, which we've now got nervous about.
Tell you one thing I have to do. I'm really sorry. You guys carry on, but I've got to go find out what the punters think. So I'll leave it to it. So,
All right. See you in a mo.
do you think political correctness has gone far enough or not far enough, and why?
Not far enough. We need empathy for others in our society and sensitive to their feelings.
But do you think that maybe people are empathetic or sort of worried about people's feelings when they don't need to be?
We don't know how people and what people are going to be offended by until we do something that's offensive to them. So we need to understand each other better before. So there is a fine line between what is politically correct and also where the boundaries are, especially in comedy.
Gone too far in respect that people cannot give an honest opinion about things without it being deemed offensive to other people. And, you know, I'm a Scot. You can call me a joke if you want. I don't care. But what I mean is, I know that's a bit of a frivolous answer, but I think it can go too far that people then become frightened to say what they really think.
You feel as though you're running the risk of offending somebody and you can't share your, don't feel comfortable sharing your opinions.
What's stupid is, right, is when someone's offended, when you're not actually meaning to be offensive, I find that really annoying. 'Cause I don't mean to offend people. I do, believe me, I do, but I don't mean to.
Well, I don't set out to offend anyone.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get a bit perplexed when maybe your views are a bit older.
Don't know what you think. You're a spring chicken. What do you think?
I think the level of political correctness is about right at the moment.
It's about right, yeah?
That's about right. Either way, obviously there's extremes of other things. Depends on the situation. But I think overall, we're about right.
The other day, right?
Yes.
I was on the train. This is not a joke. This genuinely did happen.
There was an Irishman, a Scotsman, and a
How
Welshman.
many of them have you had already?
Not enough.
In all seriousness, I was on the train the other day. There was a chap who sat next to me. It was a national rail train, so it was one with tables. Bloke sat on the table next to me opposite the gangway. And he was watching the sports out loud, no headphones.
Right.
And I personally think it's one of the modern diseases. It's public nuisance,
Oh,
drive
I hate it.
bonkers, and I really, really get annoyed by it. Now, there's a bit more to this story than meets the eye, which I'll bore you with in a second. But public nuisances, as opposed to public conveniences, I want to know, where have we gone wrong? How have we allowed society to get
It's
like
because
this?
people won't actually stick up and stop these people from doing that.
Yeah.
And that's where, that's where the social behaviours go wrong because you're not aware of your surroundings. I do have a personal anecdote to bring to this as well.
Gives me a chance for a bevy, yes.
So when I was on the train, there was a man that was taking pictures of me on the train without my knowledge, without my consent, for, I believe, for an hour. No, this was a little while ago, to be fair. It was about earlier last year. And he was taking pictures of me without me knowing. And I finally realised because I saw it on the window reflection. So I actually got up and immediately confronted him and go, "What are you doing? Stop taking pictures of me."
So loudly as well.
I said it very loudly. And I'm not joking, I stood there for almost 10 minutes as he was deleting them one by one. They were extremely zoomed up into my legs, into my face. It was very weird.
Did he delete from the
Deleted
then?
That's the thing, I don't know. I have no idea.
So, I mean, there are two sides I can give you on this. There's one, the personal security advice that I give clients, and there's the jokey side. The jokey side is the headphones thing. I totally get. So the way that I best deal with that is if it's a song, whether I know the words or not, I'll start singing along loudly to it right next to them, just to ruin the F out of their little moment, okay? And I'll join in. On a serious note, okay, what I would do is you did the right thing, which is to speak out very loudly so everybody else can hear. If someone's doing something surreptitious, they believe it's literally between you and them, it's like a secret. You break that bubble of the secret, you then create shame. It's like dealing with perverts on the tube. If you start saying, "Take your hand away from my whatever," and you say it loudly enough, you're shaming them in front of everybody else. The other thing I would always say is if you've got other people on the train with you, I'd go, you, handsome man in a brown leather jacket and glasses, Please help me. Now, the reason why that works,
You turn to us.
I've now. Okay, all right. But the point is that you make it you obligated to now help, whether you want to or not. If you simply shouted out, "Help me, help me, help me," everyone's going to be going, "Well, if he helps, I'll help."
But it's gone so far now. The trouble is, if you're on a train and that happens, I might have come up to you and said, "Look, mate, do us a favour, turn it down. You're ruining everybody's rush hour. We're all tired. We all want to get home. You can play your music when you're at home." I would have done that 15 years ago. Now I'm worried you
I
might.
would have said Foxtrot Oscar.
Yeah,
You'd said
but,
that.
but now I'm worried you might. I don't care if you say that, but now I'm worried you might stab me because it's
That's
gone
the
too far.
That's exactly the fear.
That's what it is, Phil.
People live in fear of what the reaction is going to be. And I've got to be honest, when this happened, so just to conclude, what happened to me the other day was that I also was a little bit apprehensive. I thought, oh, do I say anything? No, I don't. Anyway, it just happened when I stood up to get off the train, I did genuinely, this was accidental, I trod on the guy's foot. But that was because he was being such an
On his larynx, did you say?
I wished. Because he was being such an inconsiderate prat that he actually had his foot right out in the gangway.
Yeah.
And of course, I could easily trip up on it. So I accidentally trod on his foot, stood up, and I walked off. Anyway, he started followed after me, and he said, "No one's beyond an apology, you know." And I looked at him and I said, "No one's beyond headphones, you know." And I walked off.
Good man.
People playing music out loud on public transport in public places. I don't know when this started becoming acceptable, especially now everyone's got headphones and all this sort of stuff. There's no excuse for it. It's completely obnoxious, and I would ban that. That would be my.
I take it doesn't matter like what type of music, if they're playing good music.
No, not at all. I just don't know why people think that's okay. Everyone's, that's a public space. People are trying to get to work and get on with their own lives, and I think that's, that would be my vote of public nuisance.
Pavement cyclists,
Yes, why?
because they shouldn't be on the pavement.
Where should they be? They might get run
On the
over.
road. Well, on the road. Sorry, and pavement, the electric bikes, electric scooters, you can't hear them behind you. And,
But you can't hear a bike.
well, and they should all have a bell. So there's another reason they annoy me. So the electric ones are really quiet. You can't hear them. But they should all have a bell, and they're rude. And they come up behind you, and you don't know they're there.
E-bikes.
The number of people who say this, why do e-bikes annoy you?
Because I'm a pedestrian and they affect me quite a lot. I've been hit nearly 2 or 3 times.
What was the reaction you got when you were hit? Because I see no remorse at all.
Well, they just scoot round you and whiz off. So there's no reaction really.
How about your good self?
I will back that up with e-bikes. Well, it's line bikes and the usual high bikes. I cycle to work every day and I follow the rules every day, exactly that. But the people on line bikes are absolutely crazy. It's just, there's no remorse. And I saw somebody's wing mirror being taken out this morning and they sort of waved as they went past and it's like they just went through the red lights and everything else. It's like, which as a cyclist, it gives me a bad name and it just annoys me that these people just have no recourse at all. And it's a bit annoying when you're out and about cycling.
Oh, wow, where do I start? In London, there's so many. People taking those bikes that beep when they're riding around on them because they...
Well, you know why that is? They haven't paid for them.
Exactly, because they haven't paid for them. And they beep all the time, so that's the soundtrack to London.
Sorry, peeps. This is very thirsty work, and I can't help but observe some very empty-looking glasses and bottles.
I know. Well, it
So
will shortly.
It can only mean one thing. Time now for a round and a rant. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Can I please get 2 pints of Guinness, a double tonic water, and a bottle of beer that I can never pronounce? Will, what's the name of the beer you drink? It's wherever that is, over there.
No worries.
Perfect, thank you. So, I want to have a chat with you about reality TV. Because, see, here's the thing. Where we're at this evening, this is real, okay? We're here, we're at the Florist Arms in Bethnal Green, and we are real. But reality TV is anything but real. All started all those years ago with Big Brother. Remember that? I know, that nonsense is still going. Well, sort of still going. But why on earth do we have television that we call to be reality when it's anything but? And all it seems to do is it seems to encourage people to act like they were made in Chelsea, or the only way is Essex, babe, or whatever the hell it is. What on earth is wrong with Britain? When did we become so brain dead that the only thing we wanted to watch was the Real Housewives of wherever the hell they're from this time? Seriously, get a grip, people. This is not reality television. This is fake TV. It's staged for your benefit. It's basically designed to be entertaining the nation and making out as if somehow everyone else's life is better than yours. Wake up. This is nonsense. It's absolute garbage. You're better than that. We're more intelligent and we don't need reality TV. Keep it real and bring back the age of golden television. Oh, I need a drink.
Hey.
Here we are. Lovely. Oh, I've never had a round of applause for the drinks before. Right, Alex, you're still on the...
I'm going to take the straw out, if you don't mind, because it makes me look like a child.
That's yours. Thank you. The beer's there like a child. And I'm still on old Guinness. There you go. Lovely.
You can't have a straw. If you're a man, you can never have a straw.
Trivia.
Worse.
Soilman does.
Okay.
Oh, they missed that. I thought that was a good one, but anyway. Right.
Yeah.
So now that we have replenished stock,
Yes.
I've had a nice experience just at the bar just then. They were very nice to me when I was buying those drinks.
Why?
But no, they're just nice. They're very friendly here at the Florist Arms. I'm happy.
But why?
But the reason why I mention that is because I don't know about you, but I can't help but notice that customer service seems to be a thing of the past.
Don't even start me on that.
Right. Well, in that case, I'll start Alex off on it, and why not? Alex, I'm sorry. I mean, I think I can speak for at least 3 of us around this table when I say I remember a time when the customer was always right, and I don't feel like I live in those times anymore.
Well, I have noticed a big difference in the last 3 or 4 years. I think the thing is that all that matters now in the world to big businesses, and we've got to remember that a lot of these public houses are big businesses, is big businesses want to sell to other big businesses. So we, as the customer, have come down further and further and further down the ladder, and we're at the bottom. And now suddenly they're not really worried about his £180 he's going to be spending on a pub lunch for his family. They're worried about what's up here.
£180. Where the heck do you go for pub lunch?
Very expensive pubs.
Oh, yeah. So, do you know what I mean, though? Because, it would be very wrong for me to give away a lady's age, but at the same time, it doesn't seem that long ago to me that when I'd go into a shop and they were grateful for my custom, now I feel like I'm a nuisance.
You know, I had another personal anecdote to bring to this.
This is why you're on this show, Anna. You see, it's just perfect.
Anecdotes.
Will and I are thinking, oh no, not another one.
Speak for yourself.
I had to go through to customer service. I was trying to get in contact with a particular person. I got through to their receptionist, and I just remember how particularly rude she was. And it's the first time I called, I said, can I get in contact with this person? And she was like, no. Just very abrupt of me, no, you can't. I was like, why not? And I just remember how rude she was towards me, like single word answers. No, you can't get through. I said, okay, can we schedule a time to speak? No, that won't be possible. And that's it. Like, that's the only response I get.
I think that's like a little bread. I thought there's going to be a big out. I thought there was going to be
I did cause a big fight in the situation. But I just felt it was very abrupt. And then that's what, I think.
A bit like the end of that anecdote, to be honest.
Just went off the side of a cliff. I thought the engine was slapping the phone down.
You know what? I think it's endemic of, say, the little Britain computer says no, which I think, unfortunately,
that
failed these days.
Absolutely.
I think one of the things, for me, I think we've lost, as men, Alex, I don't know whether you agree, and yourself, Phil, chivalry has been lost. I'll always give my seat up on the tube to a woman. It doesn't matter if she's pregnant, elderly, whatever. I'll always give my seat up. The second thing is pleases and thank yous. It takes nothing to be courteous and to be polite. I will call, if I went to the bar, I'll call him sir. Does that mean anything? Even with
the lady behind the bar won't be very happy.
Well, certainly I may not.
Will,
tough.
You've been to America dozens and dozens of times, right? And people say, Well, the Americans say "Have a nice day."
They mean it, but they actually mean it.
But people say they don't mean it, and I say I don't care. It makes me feel good. If you say it with a smile, you're going to make me feel good.
No, do you know, I beg to differ because I'm sorry. I've been to America a few times myself. I've been lucky enough, and whenever I go into a shop there and they say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Oh my God, I love your accent. Yeah, I've had that a few times. But the point is that actually there is something about it. There's almost like a little mini adrenaline rush that makes.
I think it was nice. Look, I think it's okay. It's a case of being respectful to people around us. It's being nice. If you're in an industry where you're suffering, so even with my guys, I mean, if we're providing security for a principal, I mean, I had one very, very well-known celebrity that I was looking after, and I kept calling him sir, and he said, "Will, please stop calling me sir." And I said, "No, because I think it's very important for you to understand and for you to always know and realize I am here to provide a service. I am here to support you. I am not your buddy. I'm not your friend. I'm here to work for you and to keep you safe."
Homerton Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Homerton Hospital about, was it a month ago?
Yeah.
Go to the A&E and from start to finish, seamless, superb. It's the best hospital anyway. I mean, it really was amazing.
Well, I say big up the successful side of the NHS. Marvellous.
Absolutely. I mean, they were superb. Big up to the Homerton. Big up to the NHS in general, I think, but the Homerton especially.
Homerton especially. Excellent.
Bizarrely, on the phone to my energy company the other day,
Intrigued. What happened?
uh,
Don't tell me about the energy company. I don't know who they are, but what happened?
they were just like, with these sort of things, you never think it's going to work out. And they were incredibly efficient and very polite and sorted everything out instantly. And so I was incredibly impressed.
So you put 50 pence in the meter and you're back on, you're happy.
That's it, yeah.
Amazing.
Applied for an Oyster card today, yesterday. They seem pretty good on the ball.
So Oyster card, for anyone listening outside London, Oyster card is just a travel card that you can get in London. But how about you? Because you see, to me, I don't know about you, but I think what you've mentioned there is all of the small companies, small independents, which is great. That makes sense. But the larger companies, like they couldn't give a hoo-ha. Obviously now, we're recording this in February, right? But we've just finished Veganuary.
Have we?
Yes.
I didn't
Have
know
we?
you finished.
Or
That would
dry
adding an enormous.
I did think, you know what? This is my first drink of 2026. I did dry January. I know that's real.
We're only making up for it in February.
I can't.
How many days in are we?
I can't stand these diet.
Phil.
I can't stand these diet fads. They do my head in. Dry January, Veganuary, Stoptober. Just, I can't bear it. Seriously, it's honestly.
I'll tell you what I'm pleased about is the new year, new me mob who've now from the gym. Because to be honest, now I've got rid of all these deadbeats. I and the serious gym goers can continue doing what we normally do without all these trying to do what they do.
Well, I bypass that. Right. No, but I just seriously, I don't, because I think it's very important for me to declare, just in case people think I'm attacking the tree huggers amongst us. It's very simple. I have been vegetarian since pescatarian, I apologize. I've been pescatarian, which means I eat fish, but I don't eat meat or poultry, since 1999, okay? This is not a fad to me. It's my life. I've chosen to like...
You're fine, but it's the old gag. Do you know how you can tell if someone's a vegetarian? They'll tell you.
Yes. Well, so here's the point. Yeah, but you see, therein lies the difference. Is I was always told the difference between the mark of a good vegetarian and a bad one is one who just does it. Keep it to yourself. If you want to go pescatarian, vegetarian, whatever, vegan, whatever, just do it. Don't make a fuss of it. Don't make a thing. Don't put it on your social media and say, "Oh, aren't I lovely? I'm protecting the planet because I'm not eating a cow." Honestly, I
Phil, that's what you've just done on TV, on YouTube, everywhere. That's exactly what you've just done.
No, but I've been here since 1999, so I can't be one of those people because I've never shown up. This is literally the first time I've declared it publicly. Well, second time. But no, the point being,
I'm a carnivore.
or maybe not the second.
And I'm proud.
But this is the point. I don't understand sort of why people make such a fuss about these blooming diet fads.
No, do it privately. Don't make your whole personality. I think that's where it's annoying. I did dry January because that was my...
Tell everybody you
No, I didn't. I actually did not tell people. What now? Have now, to be fair. On you.
Him.
That's true.
We just
I
show.
was outing myself.
Yeah.
No, I think you do. Look, I kind of understand some of the psychology because I think if it's a journey you're just commencing, you need to inform and educate your friends around you.
You
that
just use the
they
name.
invite you around for a Wagyu steak, you ain't gonna be eating it.
So that's different. That's different. But you know, that gets your goat. I tell you where I thought you were going with this when I saw the notes earlier. Was then when we're
What do you mean you saw the notes earlier? This is a perfectly natural conversation.
well, you told me what might be coming up, and I thought we are going to be talking about being in nice pubs, getting decent food, but then it comes out on a bit of slate instead of a plate, or your chips end up in some kind of tiny little basket. I don't want props. I just want my steak, egg, and chips, or whatever it is. I want my chips with my steak, with my egg. I want a plate. I want a knife and fork.
Don't want a vegan steak either.
No, I don't want a vegan steak. I just want Britain to go back
a vegan
to being Britain. Can we ever get Britain back to being the Britain that we grew up in? Because do you know what? It was great.
Nonsense.
It was great. You know, Phil, when we were growing up, if you wanted to see a family doctor, you made a phone call, you went down that day and saw a family doctor. There were no locums. We could fly to New York in 3 hours when we were growing up. Because nothing to do.
It was Absolutely. And you know what? Greenest generation, because your milk was delivered in recyclable glass bottles and on an electric float.
Brilliant. I wish I'd thought of that.
And holidaying was done in the UK.
You know, I miss the milkman, don't you?
I miss the milk.
Miss the milkman, and then the best. Well, I know I could be melancholic, but I think to go to your.
Well, I'm not surprised there's no milkman. Everyone's gone vegan.
I think the problem is everything's been over-engineered. I think what we're forgetting, and the same thing goes right back to the first subject we covered tonight, which was the fact that everything's woke. My worst word is triggered. You know, when your generation come out with triggered, you know, when you say that, triggered is ill.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Because when you say that, it triggers me. I'm triggered by the word triggered.
Oh, excuse me. Boo-hoo.
Better go see what the punters think.
Now, we've tried to stop the January. What was the one when you don't drink in January? What's that called?
It's dry January.
Try January, yeah.
Tried it.
Yeah.
And failed.
Excellent.
Dismally.
Yeah.
Because it's really the wrong month to do that. I know they do it after the excesses of Christmas, but you need like a lead into that. You can't go from the excesses of Christmas and then stop. It's like cold turkey. No, it's the wrong month. It's miserable. It's disgusting. That's the month you really want to drink.
I've always found December a good month for cold turkey.
No, well, yeah, my birthday's in December, so that's not going to happen.
Dear.
No. Yeah. So, but I think
Look at Martin having a sup here. He's not interested in dry January, are you, Martin?
Or February.
March, April, May. No, none of them.
Not yet. No dry days.
I haven't really tried one. Let me try and think. Well, I've just started getting the organic veg box come through the post. So I'm trying that out, where you like get posted vegetables. I had a fish box for a while that would turn up on my doorstep.
Hasn't it gone off by the time it gets to you?
It's actually quite nice because you just fill up your fridge with like organic veg and nice fish, and you don't have to shop. So I don't know if that's a trend, but yeah.
I mean, I think organic food is a trend. I mean, it might be trendy. It might be actually a way of life. But do you think you notice the difference since you've had it?
Yeah, I think the food tastes better, but I don't want to go around organic shops and have to like look for it. But I like not having to choose and being given stuff that was grown recently and locally, and it makes me feel good about myself, if anything.
I've been asking the others in here this evening about dry January, because obviously we're in February now when we're recording this, but dry January, yay or nay?
I think it's worth doing, but I've never tried it.
And I think that's all we got time for this evening, peeps. Thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
To Alex Dyke, to Will Geddes and Anna McGovern. Thank you very much indeed to our wonderful host, the Florist Arms, here in Bethnal Green.
Beautiful boozer.
Bill Dave.
Come here.
Absolutely. From me, Bill Dave. Until next time, please drink responsibly. And remember, support your local.